What are literally me characters? You might have seen these in memes or edits across the internet. They often involve an iconic TV character who is going through a transformation, a struggle, or any kind of situation where they're just being relatable. You know, it could be a normal day in the office, it could be the mundane nature of their life, it might be their inner thoughts being visible from the outside as they stare dead on in the direction that they're walking, contemplating their entire life. They may be sat in silence, in solitude, thinking about their life and their actions. What went wrong? What could I have done to have a better life? Damn, I regret this moment. And at that moment, you're able to see their internal monologues playing out in real time. Something that really grasps at the audience's emotions. It tells a story of a normal person just struggling with the everyday struggle of life. Now, a lot of people who are more nerdy, more neurodiverse, will relate to these characters, and they will be intrigued by their mannerisms, their life story, and their struggle. So in this video, I'm going to use two examples of literally me characters, Walter White and Patrick Bateman, and explain what their appeal is to the masses. So Walter White, I've spoken about him before in a video where I talked about why evil people are remembered. Now man, what a story. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, you can relate to this man. He starts off as a 50-year-old chump. He has nothing going on in his life except for his teaching job and a part-time job as a car cleaner because he can't afford to pay the bills with just his teaching job alone. And then he gets diagnosed with terminal cancer, which in turn pushes him to resolve to a life of crime and becomes a multi-millionaire drug lord by the end of it. Now, why does he appeal to us? It has to do with the struggle, the well-documented journey from the directors of the show and the actors of how he got from that chumpy position to the multi-millionaire position. The powerful position, the one everyone wants. We relate to the struggle because we want to be that person at the top. But his journey is more intriguing than a good person's rise to the top, say in The Pursuit of Happiness. Why do we like Walter White's story more? Why do we relate to him? Well, we all have an untapped dark side, and I believe we want to play out our fantasies through a character on screen. Let the fictional character do the bad deeds so that we can stay good and we keep clear of a criminal record. We play our dark sides out through them. We let them do the crimes for us and them get arrested for it, not us. I think in this day and age, where everything's quite, soft, toned down, there is not much opportunity to embrace and act out on our dark side. So instead we turn to these characters who can, because they are in a fictional world, and we play our dark fantasies out through them. I think that's why we prefer watching an evil person's journey rather than a hero's journey. Now, the second person I want to talk about is Patrick Bateman. You've seen way too many Sigma male grind set videos on him. They're funny, I know. But why him? Why is he the focus of our Sigma male grind set edits? Well, I think it's because the setting of American Psycho is more relatable to those who have city jobs. Patrick Bateman has a very well-paying corporate job. His life is so perfect, and that's precisely why he has a problem with his life. He has no struggle. It's like Fight Club, where the narrator talks about having an IKEA collection because nothing else gives him purpose or meaning in life. A similar thing occurs with Patrick Bateman. He is a psycho because his life is so monotonous, so boring, and he needs to get his excitement, his quick fix from somewhere else. And so he turns to murdering his colleagues. It's such a great concept for a movie, and this is why he appeals to us. We watch him devolve, let's say, from a good member of society to a murderous psychopath. And we as the audience enjoyed every moment of it. That's why Patrick Bateman is a literally me character. We want to enact our dark fantasies out in some way, especially neurodiverse people who have a different way of viewing the world. Some of them like this stuff, of course some of them like completely different genres. But when you like to understand a TV character more deeply like this, look no further than the struggles of Walter White and Patrick Bateman to see why they act in such a bad way. There's something so interesting, so appealing about these characters, something that can't be described fully with the words alone. You just have to watch and enjoy. The same could be said for other dark characters like Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. And a lot of these people have support networks, but they just shun it aside because their struggle and overcoming that struggle is the one thing most important to them. In Walter White's case, it was to go against the world that treated him so badly. For his insane intellectual ability, he was underperforming very, very badly. And on top of that, he was going to die in 2 years, so not great. Patrick Bateman wanted something different. Patrick Bateman wanted a way out of this life because it was making him insane. And Eren Yeager wanted to destroy the whole world to end the cycle of violence in his world, which caused him and all his people to suffer. And because of these amazingly written characters and great settings in the stories that they dwell in, we love them. We are so intrigued by them. As a person with Asperger's syndrome myself, I love this kind of media. I can't really sit and enjoy any kind of normal, family-friendly movie. Like last night, where my friend hosted a movie night and we watched A Nightmare Before Christmas. Was it interesting? Not at all. Yes, it is a kids' film. This was an event and I wanted to show some support, but it just wasn't the kind of movie I would voluntarily watch on my own. I like deep, dark, interesting stories. They're so appealing. Media that tap into the dark fantasy and psyche of people, amazing. And with that, that's all I have to say. So thanks for listening. If you relate in a way to what I'm trying to say here, then please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and of any movies or TV series that appealed to you in the same way. Thanks for listening, take care, and see you in the next video.